Now, digging into the highest paid celebrities, a new ranking out from Forbes. And for more on that, I want to get to Yahoo Finance's Alexandra Canal with the latest in this week's Fame and Fortune. Allie?
Yes, so Kylie Jenner topping Forbes' highest paid celebrity list, the only female in the top 10, earning $590 million over the last 12 months. And this comes just a week after Forbes revoked her billionaire title, accusing her and her mother, Kris Jenner, of overinflating the size and success of her company, Kylie Cosmetics. That being said, Jenner did sell a majority stake of that company to beauty conglomerate Coty for a reported $600 million earlier this year, that amount making up the bulk of her earnings. And those Jenners, they seem to be keeping it in the family here, because coming in second place is Jenner's brother-in-law, Kanye West. He earned $170 million, largely driven by sales of his successful Yeezy brand. And then after that is pretty much athletes, with Roger Federer, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Lionel Messi rounding out the top five. Now, Forbes senior editor did mention the coronavirus, and although the pandemic won't directly impact the wallets of these celebrities, it is going to have an effect on their overall bottom lines and earnings potential moving forward, because we continue to see live events just not happening right now, including sports and concerts. And according to multiple studies, it's going to take weeks, if not months, for people to feel comfortable again to go out into the public and start participating in those events and activities once again. Another part of the report that I want to highlight is the effect of streaming. So Netflix, along with Apple and Amazon, paid the stars on this list $300 million, with Netflix contributing about 2/3 of that overall bank. In fact, since 2016, Netflix has paid $540 million to Celebrity 100 performers. And that just underscores the need and want for these streaming services to really invest in top level talent. It's not just Netflix doing this. We saw Apple TV Plus pay a pretty penny for the morning show, with both Reese Witherspoon and Jen Aniston earning $2 million each per episode, which is a ton of money. But right now, content is king. And if you can secure that top tier level talent, you're hopefully going to do okay in this streaming fight.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of cash getting paid out there, and not just celebs in the traditional sense, and movie stars, TV stars, but also sports stars getting money for production things now as well. But when you look at the competition in the streaming space, obviously they're not just spending to get big name stars to do their shows, but also to actually build out all of their shows when you think about what needs to be done now. But what have you seen on that front in terms of these big studios trying to keep the content cranking in the lockdown?
Of course. And there is a need for this content, because a lot of people are adding streaming services during this time. In fact, according to a new creditcards.com poll, over 3 out of 10 Americans added a streaming service in the months of March, April, or May. And if you break down that number by age group, you'll see that it includes 43% of millennials, 33% of Gen Xers, and 18% of baby boomers. Also in that survey, over 50% of respondents said they upped their usage during that same time period. But if we take a look at average household minutes for the month of May, we'll see that all 5 platforms saw a decline. That's according to data from 7 Park. And I do want to focus in on Apple TV Plus, because out of all the platforms, they saw the sharpest decrease, falling about 19% compared to April. Now, that could be due to a myriad of reasons, but I do think it could have something to do with their overall content library. They don't have a ton of originals. They have struggled with that second wave of content due to coronavirus production shutdowns. And if you look at the streaming landscape as a whole, there are a ton of options out there. HBO Max recently debuted. They have over 10,000 hours of content on their platform. So it's certainly important. But again, all 5 platforms seeing a decrease in May. And I think we can expect to see that trend continue as states start to reopen, the weather gets nicer, people want to go outside and not just sit on their couch and watch TV.
Yeah, it's a lot harder to get away sneaking in a Netflix episode when you actually got to be back in the office than when you were just on your couch. But Alexandra Canal bringing us the latest on the Fame and Fortune front.
Hey investors, Zach Guzman here. Are you interested in learning more about the markets and getting the latest financial news? Well, then click right here to subscribe to our Yahoo Finance YouTube channel. Get the latest up-to-the-minute market analysis, big interviews in the world of finance, and information on how to manage your money every day wherever you are.